Scorpio, what's up? Welcome to your reading. We're going to see what's going on with you, what you need to know. You got Fame as your first card out. This is technically like your pre-shuffle energies that you're surrounded by or you're currently dealing with. What's going on with Scorpio? Ooh, friendships, and it flipped itself in the reverse. Affair or third party. Jeez. We have car. You guys gave me quite a few. Fun or party in reverse. Water sign in the reverse. Oh, interesting. Not the right time. At the bottom in the reverse. Are you pushing or forcing something, Scorpio? Are you pushing or forcing something? Spirit could be saying it's not the right time. Your first card out was Fame, so this is card of obvious recognition. You may be somebody in the public eye, or you may have a business or some sort of platform. Maybe you are on social media, but you could be gaining a lot more attention or a lot more traction, a lot of eyes on you. You may actually be someone who has a huge platform, and I'm picking up on your energy. Maybe you are a musician or you're an artist or, you know, you're a public speaker in some way, and it's showing like you have some sort of greater influence. So that could even be something that you're manifesting. We have light eyes. Shout out to anybody with light eyes. We also have therapists. So you may be a therapist, maybe you're getting therapy, or there's just something about your energy that's very healing and uplifting and supportive. Maybe this is something that you are being called towards pursuing. I'm getting something about like psychology or like something that you're studying that will have a greater impact in other people's lives. Okay, we have friendship. So maybe you're the therapist friend. Maybe people come to you for advice, Scorpio, or you have a lot of people that are opening up to you about their issues or about their problems or challenges, and they lean on you for some sort of advice or support. It was interesting though, because friendships, it did flip itself in the reverse. So I'm wondering if there's like a bit of a disconnect or some friendships you might be outgrowing. Maybe going your separate ways for a few of you. We'll see. We also have affair or third party, and that came out next to friendships. So I'm like, it's giving, and this is probably like a grain of salt, but for some, this is giving like friends with benefits, situationship type shit, like, or hooking up with a friend, and then that changes the dynamic, or like even a third party situation where there's a couple and someone is messing around behind closed doors. That's some shady, snaky shit. I don't like that. So, I don't know about that. Maybe you need some therapy. maybe that's what's needed here. We had fun or party with water sign. Both flew out in the reverse. It almost feels like you have a lot of opportunities coming up to bring in more fun and more play, but you might not be feeling it, or you might be turning it down, or you're just not in the mood. And if you are in the mood, then you're like, okay, cool, what's up? You might be dealing with another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And then we had car with letters and name O, Q, U, X, or Z. So that's kind of random, but I just wanted to pull from this Oracle deck. Haven't used it in a while, so just wanted to get a feel of the energy that may be playing out during this time. By the way, private readings are available down below if you'd like to book one with me. And let's see what's going on for my lovely Scorpios. Show me clearly what's going on with Scorpio. We got these three. Dragon, turtle, and the cheetah. You have some sort of vision here. You have some sort of idea, a desire, some sort of goal that you have been visualizing, you have been affirming, you've been manifesting. There's been a lot of improvements in terms of your overall well-being, your health, your body, how you take care of yourself, your fitness, your diet, just overall like cleansing your vessel, cleansing your space, cleansing your physical body from head to toe. There's like a purification process taking place, and your gut is highlighted here. Also, the color yellow, to be working with yellow, wearing yellow, visualizing yellow while you're like either sleeping or like meditating or even in the shower. Yellow. Yellow reminds me of the sun or like sunflowers. Okay, so the next card was the turtle. So this feels like a slow situation unraveling, something that's slowly but surely developing. It's actually going to speed up or pick up with the cheetah that comes out next. And it also was giving like something being chased or chasing something, or you're being chased or pursued. It's like you can't really get away from whatever this is. The turtle only moves so fast. The cheetah is going to get there. It's gonna get you. Gonna get you. What's gonna get you? Something is picking up from like the slow, steady to like boom, we got it. Pa-ching. So it's like you're snatched or something, something you've had your eyes on, something you've been really like narrowed in is yours. Boom. Owl is also at the bottom. Owl represents your intuition, your higher senses, your intuitive abilities. There's something about you seeing through the darkness or seeing through the uncertainty or like the moments where things may not be entirely clear. Your higher self, your higher sense, like you're maneuvering through this period. Eagle and the golden egg. Following your heart is a big thing here. Eagle represents a new karmic cycle, new lessons, new chapter. So you're already in the process of a new cycle. Like you started a new cycle recently. This transition, you're in the middle of this transition, and continue to follow your heart. And it's interesting. We have vulture underneath golden egg. Whatever that still needs shedding, there's some things you still have to confront here. Vulture and the shark. There's still a couple things with this new cycle that you're embarking on, this new journey. There's a couple reoccurring situations that you'll have to deal with. And you may not know exactly how it's all gonna tidy up or come together, but you don't need to know all those facts. Just continue to keep moving the way you do, intentionally. Take your time, slow down, and then when it feels right in your body, right in your system, right in your heart, make sure it's connected to how you physically feel. How you physically feel is a huge guide. If you're feeling off in some way, shape, or form, that's a huge indication to slow down, slow your roll, okay? And when you're feeling good, sign to keep going. If you're feeling not good, if you're feeling bad or off, it's something that's not in alignment. Something has to change, or your perception might need to change, might need to be reevaluated. Okay. Let's pull some tarot now and see what's going on with Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly what's happening for Scorpio. Okay, so Five of Pentacles is your first card out. We also have the Four of Swords at the bottom. Taking a time out, taking a breather. Justice, Four of Pentacles at the bottom. You may actually be withholding your energy, holding back, restoring your energy. We had the Four of Swords, now we have the Four of Pentacles. So 4-4. Maybe you're seeing that number, angel number 444. What's going on with Scorpio? Strength, and then the Ten of Cups. Four of Wands at the bottom. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo or Libra. This fell out on the Five of Pentacles and the Justice card right in between. It's the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups at the bottom. So we've had 4-4 and 7-7 in your reading so far. I think I'll stop here, and we can pull more in a little bit, or we'll clarify. But let's talk about what is truly taking place. Starting with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card where we're experiencing some sort of lack. Whether this is lack in our finances, in our job, there's just not, it's not meeting our requirements. If this is about you and another person, there seems to be a gap or distance or separation, or just like a disconnect, okay? You may also not be feeling 100% like yourself. Maybe you're under the weather, or you're dealing with an injury for some of you, right? This is a card that indicates some form of loss is present, okay? So there's a lot to think about. Seven of Pentacles. There's development, which is good. So 5 to the 7, we're getting out of this lack. We're getting out of this period of loss. We're actually now starting to gain. Now, what are we gaining? We'll see how this unfolds. But first of all, 5 of Pentacles to 7 of Pentacles. You're giving a lot of thought to this situation. A lot of observing of what may need adjustments, or what you need to continue or improve on, what maybe you need to fall back on. So you're giving it a lot of thought. You're, it's the turtle, right? Giving it time, giving it space to grow, letting things develop, letting things air out. Trying to come up with a plan, because the next card is Justice, coming up with a plan of how can I bring balance to this situation? Because perhaps there's some sort of imbalance, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't have the 5 of Pentacles here. So 7 of Pentacles to Justice. How can we make things right? Or how can we get back on track? Even if it's about like money, spending, you're saving, like there's this need for improvement. And there is. Justice after the 7 of Pentacles tells me that the actions that you're taking, or that you're planning on, or you're contemplating about, it's going to bring in balance to the situation. It is requiring a lot of trust, a lot of strength. You may need to really assert yourself or set a firm boundary with either yourself or another person. Some of you are also dealing with like legalities, right? Or people in like authoritative positions. Maybe you're dealing with a boss, maybe you're dealing with a parent, or just like someone who may have the upper hand. We'll have to clarify this, but it shows that there's some sort of support or structure, and this is leading you to the 10 of Cups. So strength, hold down the fort, stay grounded. This is testing your patience a little bit. This is asking you to step into more of a softness energy, which we saw that with the golden egg. Golden egg is the heart. It's the softening of your heart and leading with love rather than fear. Okay? So strength to the 10 of Cups. You can have a positive outcome in this situation. Whatever the circumstance is right now, it doesn't matter, because where you're going and your approach and how you're carrying yourself, how you maneuver through this period, you're coming out with the 10 of Cups, fulfilled, at peace, feeling secure, feeling at home. You have all that you want and need and desire within your relationships, your home life, your personal life. It's working out. So if you felt disconnected from others, this is where you and your people, you and your tribe, you and your fam, you and your lover, you and your friend, you guys are making your way back to one another. Okay, and you right now you might be like, how? 7 of Cups. How the heck is that gonna happen, Jade? How? Go back to the 7 of Pentacles. You've already been giving it a lot of thought. You've already been visualizing. Again, it goes back to what we said with the dragon. You've been visualizing. You've had your eyes set on a particular goal or desire or outcome. And yeah, okay, maybe it's taking its time and it's feeling a little slow, but things are going to pick up. We said that, right? Things are going to pick up, and to continue, just keep doing what you're doing because it's leading you down this path. So you don't need to worry about how. Just stay focused on what it is, the outcome. Don't get lost in the middle, because 7 of Cups to the Star and the Emperor. Okay, so Aquarius and Aries energy, by the way, out of all the possibilities, all the possible realities that you can shift to, all the experiences that could come out of this, you get to choose, you get to select. The star is about our hopes, our dreams, our desires. It's our wish fulfillments. It's also an energy of healing and authenticity, really showing up true, raw, honest, genuine, rock solid. So, out of all the possible paths or cups you could choose from, you've made your selection, or you know what one you want the most. You know what your wish is. Whatever your wish is, you know what it is. You know what it is. Emperor, now it's time to take action. Now it's time to make these dreams a reality. Now it's time to get the ball rolling. And that's the cheetah, what we had. Cheetah. Emperor and the cheetah. So you'll be taking action, whether this is you sending a message, whether this is you having some sort of talk, or putting something out to be seen, because the Page of Swords is all about information, communication. It's all about putting your thoughts, whatever you've been thinking. It's like there's development, right? There's the situation that's developing. There could be someone keeping tabs on you or watching you, observing you from afar. I'm hearing like the lens is changing, or the way how people perceive you is changing. There's that card that was talking about fame, recognition here, Six of Wands. I kind of, after seeing that Six of Wands, do you want to know how people are viewing you right now? How are people viewing, let me take that Six of Wands out here. How are people viewing Scorpio right now? I don't know, I just felt the call, like, how are they viewing you? How is Scorpio being viewed right now? Six of Wands. That's a little much. That's a little much. I was like 6 cards. How's Scorpio being viewed right now? Alchemist. High Priestess. That you got your secrets, you got your methods, you got your magic, you know? People are like, how does Scorpio pull it off? Six of Wands to the Alchemist. How do people view you? People view you as someone who gets what they want. Whatever you say, you speak into existence. Whatever you focus on, you achieve. You are living proof that manifesting is real. People view you as someone who is extremely talented, powerful, skilled, and confident. That people see you like you always have a plan, whether you do or don't. People perceive you that way. Like you're just like a magic worker. You just work magic. And it comes easy and effortless. Six of Wands to the High Priestess. How do people view you? See you are very mysterious, very curious of, did that orb just go by? I swear, I just looked at my screen, I saw something fly by my hand. It could be dust. It could just be dust, you know? But yeah, people see you as someone who's very mysterious. They want to know more about you. You may be someone who is an energy worker, a healer. You may be called towards the spiritual practices, spiritual arts. Maybe you're someone who also reads tarot, or you do astrology, or just something about the energy that you work with is extremely healing and inspiring, and it just stands out from the rest. There's something about you that is different, that's rare, that's one of a kind. So that's what we gotten with that, in case you wanted to know. Alchemist with the Six of Wands. Very interesting. So let's go back to these cards that came out earlier, from the Five of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. Justice, Strength, and the Ten of Cups. Let's get a little bit more information on this situation. So, but going back to how are people perceiving you? You know, despite whatever issues, struggles, challenges that you may face, you always come out on top, right? And people are witnessing you go through this transition, going through this transformation, and it is inspiring. It is extremely inspiring. Okay? Just want to pass that on. Your energy inspires many. your strength, your courage, your bravery, your dedication. It's inspiring as fuck. 5 of Pentacles for Scorpio. There's in the face. 5 of Pentacles for Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. We got the queens out here. So even though situation, finances, circumstance, relationship, whatever the matter may be, might not be ideal, Queen of Pentacles, you know that you can give it back to yourself. Whatever it is that you lost, whatever it is that may not be the greatest. Queen of Pentacles, she's been here before. She's well experienced. She knows how to rebuild. She knows how to get out of it. This is not her first rodeo. She is not phased, basically. She's not worried about it. She's like, yep, I know exactly what I need to do. I am abundant. Although I could be going through a loss right now, I can create more abundance. I have the ability to bring more into my experience, bring more into my reality. There's never a shortage, even if it's not looking like that right now. You're able to see beyond, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe you're also needing to invest more in yourself, your health, your well-being, self-care. Queen of Swords, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups at the bottom. Okay, so I see like you're detaching emotionally. 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. There's a situation, now we got triple fives, 5, 5, 5. Situation here that led to some form of defeat, loss, disappointment, hurt, heartbreak. It's ugly. This is where we have strength coming up. Be like strength to the 5 of Cups. Having to really find that inner strength, that willpower to persevere. To use that as fuel. King of Wands. A lot of fire energy. Also the sun underneath the King of Wands. Leo energy. So this is where you cut off. This is where you detach. This is where you are now being practical and you come up with solutions. You might need to cry about it first. 5 of Cups. You might need to have a good sesh. Just let it out. Gotta let it out. You gotta feel the heel. And then you dust yourself up, pick yourself up, and you lock the fuck in. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. Let's take a look into this. Seven of Pentacles for Scorpio. King of Pentacles. I mean, now we got a pair, by the way. We got your masculine, divine, feminine energies coming out here. This could also be referencing some sort of connection, but hold on. Let's just talk about you first. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, this is so interesting. This is funny as fuck. I'm sorry. I'm just like goofy and laughing, but 7 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Again, this is what I just said. You already know what steps you have to take to see improvements. If this is about your career, if this is about your money, if this is about your health, if this is about, whatever this is about, you already know how to get there. You already know. And if you're dealing with another person, we go back to these 2 cards, Queen of Pentacles with the 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So let's switch gears for a second. If this is you and another person, Miss Feminine energy over here, quiet, alone, isolated, lonely maybe, just detached, right? She's going through it. We saw the 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords, right? So this feminine energy is pulled back. King of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, this is masculine, and he's giving a lot of thought about what's going on with the queen. Where's my queen at? Why is she distant? Why is she cold? What's going on with her? She hasn't been as nurturing as she normally is. Queen of Pentacles, she's very nurturing. She's very compassionate. She's giving. She's reassuring. She puts in the effort. So the 5 of Pentacles, she's pulled back her energy. King of Pentacles is like, okay, I got to do something. Let me think about it. What can I change or adjust or do this or do that? So we could look at it like that. we have then a King of Cups at the bottom. So it's interesting how when we looked into Five of Pentacles, it was Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. It was feminine, feminine. And now when we look into the Seven of Pentacles, we got masculine, masculine. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So now this is representing somebody who's giving a lot of thought, being practical on one way, right? Because Earth is practical energy. It's logical, structural, foundational. But then we're bringing in the emotional aspect, the feels, the heart, the love, the emotion, right? Sentimental, the intuition, the creator, the imagination. That it's about a balance too, Two of Pentacles, and a choice, right? There's a decision to be made. And what is this decision? Taking a little look-see. King of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. A decision of like which way to go from here. What's the next step? And even if this is just representing you, you're like, where do I go from here in my life, in this journey, in this place? What's the destination? What do I want for myself? Leaving behind what's familiar, stepping into the unknown, completely changing your perspective here. Hangman is also an energy of surrender. Can you look at the situation a different way? Is there a different angle that you can look at things? Seven of Cups as well. Clarity to come. A lot of wisdom that you're gaining. A lot of intuition. Okay. So. But yeah, you're on someone's mind. I get that energy. If you're dealing with someone else, you're on their mind. You haven't left their mind. You haven't left their thoughts. Not one bit. Oh my gosh. Justice. Why do we got justice out here? For Scorpio. Nine of Swords. So you could be having some worries. You could be getting all up in your head, thinking nonstop of what could go wrong. Maybe you're having nightmares, bad dreams, but it's all working out for you. It is. It is all working out. And this is just a message being like, you can ease off the pressure. Try your best to think in your favor. When you think about the situation, immediately describe it the way you want it to be. Even if that's not what your current reality is showing you, immediately describe it as your desired reality. It's hard. It's a challenge. Well, technically, if we say it's hard, then it will be hard. If we say it's easy, it will be easy. What we say, what we affirm, has a huge influence. So I'm working on it myself, y'all, my own life. Like our words, our languages, everything. So anyways, ground yourself. But yeah, so Nine of Swords, King of Cups, and the Ace of Wands, a lot of fire, this emotional, passionate, that's what's driving you. That's also what's driving your mind, and it's in overactive mode. Overactive brain. But yeah, so someone's overthinking a lot. Strength. Let's see why strength is here. Talk about strength for Scorpio. Six of Pentacles. I always see Six of Pentacles as like the mini Justice card, especially because there are the scales here. So strength with Six of Pentacles. Everything that you're putting your focus on or your actions towards, it is making a return to you. So again, whatever it is that you lost, it's making its return. Whatever you lost, you can come back, you can get it again, you can have it again, you can experience it again. It's not lost for long. You're about to be found. Whatever it is that it's coming back. Like there's always more than enough. There's never a shortage. That's the thing that just keeps coming through. There's never a lack. And if it is, it's temporary, and it also is a mindset. And it depends, everything like that. There's this new opening, this doorway with the Fool. You got to take some sort of leap out of your comfort zone, take the next step, be brave. Next card is the Ten of Cups. So that's actually confirmation here. We have Ten of Cups, now Ten of Cups. So the Fool and the Ten of Cups. again, the steps you're taking is leading you to your desired outcome. You can't mess whatever this is up. You can't mess it up because it's meant for you. 10 of Cups for Scorpio. Page of Pentacles. And the High Priestess at the bottom. Some of you could be moving. Or starting a new job, or even like a home business. I'm getting an energy where you could be working from home, or you just have you basically are able to do what you want, when you feel like it. Or you have a lot of freedom, a lot of flexibility. Yeah, like you're really stepping into such a free flowing timeline, free flow. There's an offer coming in that's going to advance your relationships, your home, your emotional sector of your life. There's this, let's see, High Priestess, Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. There's a opening up in terms of feelings and emotions. So even this Page of Pentacles could even represent like an apology or like some sort of genuine action. Could be from an earth sign, but we also have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a little bit of air. But there may be like this intuition you have of like a sense of knowing of where this path is taking you, / whoever is involved here. You have a pretty clear understanding of what happens next. You see it before it happens. You see it in your mind's eye, right? High Priestess, this is intuition. This is like the subconscious. It also rules like the 4D. It's not the 3D. It's not what we can physically see, but we can see it in our mind's eye. And literally then the next card is the Ace of Cups. We see the eyeball over here. We got the emotions, the overflow. And then the Knight of Swords is normally some sort of fast movement, something picking up, a message, news, a conversation. Just all of a sudden things are picking up really, really, really fast. And there's development here, 3 of Pentacles, and even the 4 of Cups, which tells me that like you see it now, or this is in the near future. If this hasn't happened yet, you'll see it approach you before it happens. But I feel like you called this in, or I feel like this is something that you had your eyes set on for a while. Here, going back to the dragon, you've had your eyes set on this for a while. So keep your eyes on the prize. And then we looked into like, oh, how are you being perceived right now, right? We looked into that. So let me just ask if there's anything else that could be important that you need to know at this time, Scorpio. Is there anything else Scorpio should look out for before I wrap this up? Any final thoughts, final messages for Scorpio? Okay. 9 of Cups and the Empress. Final thoughts, final messages. As we approach Taurus season, a lot of your desires and wishes are materializing. So this is the energy of staying in gratitude, staying focused on what is developing, just being receptive to whatever changes that are taking place, whatever adjustments that you feel guided to make, any improvements, all that stuff. Just it's taking you closer to this desire. But this is wish fulfillment, right? Your wish is coming true, but it is expanding, or what you want could be changing. Whatever it is that you wish for right now, it might shift, or it's going to increase, or it's going to expand. You're going to want more, whether more from yourself, more from your environment, more from your job, more from a relationship. Like you're going to kind of, I'm seeing like this desire expand in a lot of ways, in all ways, actually. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the King of Swords. And I do see someone holding back from giving you clarity or truth, or someone's trying to figure out the Moon, the Page of Swords. A lot of like observing. Look at this. Look at this. Someone is observing a lot, but they're feeling kind of stuck, or something they would like to say, but they're not sure how to put it into words. King of Swords to the Seven of Cups. This would be someone who needs to have discernment, a lot of it. But right now we're seeing the Eight of Swords and the Moon, someone struggling with discerning what's real, what isn't, or even just sorting out their emotions. So I'm seeing an energy of holding back. And could this be representing you? Sure, if that resonates, yep. The energy of like wait, postpone, looking for a sign, looking for some sort of information. And whenever the Four of Pentacles comes out, especially from this deck, it's a card that suggests like wait or give it some time to develop, or just it's like saying not right now. Didn't we have a card that said that? Not the right time. Yeah. So that is what I got for you, Scorpio. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Private readings are available in the description box, and I will see y'all later. Have a fantastic day. Bye.